Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Weapons Wednesday, and as per a subscriber's request, we are going over and doing an unboxing of the FN Military Collector Series M16A4. Let's just dive into this and get into it because I'm super pumped and super excited about this particular replica. I'm super excited that they started this series, and we've already done the M4, and I haven't forgotten about my questions from that video as well. We will get into the SOCOM barrel and the differences between the SOCOM barrel and the 20-inch barrel that is obviously part of this firearm. So opening the box, you have some paperwork, you have your standard magazine, and then you pull this baby out and you have just a very seriously cool firearm that yeah, wow, man. The amount of nostalgia that comes rushing back to you when you pick this thing up is actually insane. This is, man, it is really well built. It literally feels like home in your hands. You just want to go start training immediately in the rain and hating your life. Yeah, okay, so let's go over front to back really quick. So pulling it out, you obviously have your compensator. You've got a 20-inch barrel that is with a 1-in-7 twist rate. You have your front sights. Sorry, this thing's so cool. You have your quad rail system. It comes with the Knight's Armament dust covers, your Knight's Armament foregrip. Moving back, obviously your dust cover, your front or upper lower receiver, all the standard furniture you'd find on your ARs, the pistol grip, stock with opening butt plate for some storage back there to hold your cleaning kit potentially, or whatever else you needed, batteries potentially. And one thing that we'll note, slightly different than what I was used to, or what I was issued, was they actually gave you an ambidextrous safety, and the rear sights are actually slightly different. So when I was in the military, we actually had a carrying handle that had the integrated sighting system that still had the turning dial to move the sight up and down for distance. This actually has a flip-up sight that allows you to keep this on while your ACOG is attached, per the standard of the military at the time. And this comes down so you can put that on. But what they did that I think is really cool actually is they just numbered it for you. So it goes from 200, down to 600. So you can literally just adjust this to the distance you're shooting at, making it, as we like to call, boot proof. So any private can go out there and just pick it up and start learning how to shoot. So super cool. I also liked that, if you noticed, they, if it's on safe right now, right? It has safe semi up here, and then actually went through the trouble of printing auto on there for you on both sides, just to make it as accurate to the times as possible. Obviously, if you're in the Marine Corps, you had 3-round burst, so slightly different there as well. But yeah, man, everything from the front to the back, all the way down to the J-hook back here, gives me a rush of nostalgia coming back. I would highly recommend, especially if you served or deployed with one of these, go pick one up, man. It is seriously cool. Just some facts, I guess, about the M16. So the M16 originally came out in 1964, while the M16A4, obviously with the rail systems and everything else, how you see it on here, almost, came into service around 1997, and it's still in service today. The overall length of this rifle is 39 5/8 inches. Weight with the magazine is 8.79 pounds. That's excluding optic or anything else, just the way that it sits. And why I liked that they added the sight going down to 600 yards, because the max effective on a point target is 550 meters or 550 yards. And so the fact that it goes down to 600 is great, because obviously depending on the shooter, you could push this out. You could push this out potentially to 600 yards. The max effective on an area target is 800 yards, and that's really pushing the limits of this firearm. Your overall muzzle velocity is 3,100 feet per second. Chamber pressure PSI is 52,000 PSI. And, you can't mean max distance over, over 3,500. No one's shooting over 1,000. So max distance is kind of, unless you're hoping for a miracle, just lobbing up bullets like you might be a mortarman. That's about all you're going to get at trying to even discuss that. So, yeah, with that said, it's just, again, this is a super, super cool piece. Another thing about the M16, we'll talk about rate of fire really quick. So if you wanted to take this baby cyclic, you're looking at 800 rounds per minute. You're probably going to start melting and breaking shit. I would not recommend running this thing cyclic. There's no reason to. Your standard semi-automatic fire accurately is 45 rounds per minute. That's you laying down decent accurate shots to eliminate targets. Your burst fire is around 90 rounds per minute, so stepping it up quite a bit. Again, that's semi-accurate fire, but you're still not going to be as accurate if you slow it down a little bit. Your sustained rate's really 12 to 15. Those are super accurate shots, and you're making sure that you're putting heads down and utilizing the firearm the way that it was meant to be utilized. Again, cyclic also isn't just one of those things. And obviously, as you get further out, the slower you're going to have to shoot to make sure you're getting accurate rounds downrange. As far as having the auto, again, I never had auto. I had 3-round burst. I never really even saw the point of auto, mostly because we had the M249 saw in service, and so every team had that automatic gunner. They still have that, but now they're using the IAR. But yeah, anyways, this is again a super cool piece. I can't recommend it enough now that I've got it in my hands. I was kind of wary on doing the unboxing or getting one of these, but now that I have it, I'm like, man, now that I have it in my hands, like I want to own one. Like you have to own one of these. Like you if you served or deployed with one, I'm telling you, you get this thing in your hands and you're kind of blown away. You're like, again, just so many emotions, so many feelings, so many memories just tied to a rifle that you would have never kind of really expected to re-feel. But yeah, let's go shoot this thing. Let's go make sure that we're gonna load a mag with some rounds, put some rounds through it, make sure that it doesn't have like some weird malfunction in the first 20-ish rounds, no failure to feeds or anything crazy with the mag it came with, and yeah, let's go have some fun. All right, so now that we've gone through the specs, done the unboxing, now it's time to have a little bit of fun on this brand new FN M16A4. I'm super pumped about this. Let's go. All right. So here's our stock mag that came with it. We loaded 20 rounds into it. We're just gonna unload, have some fun, and most importantly, just make sure we don't get any jams in the first 20 rounds, right? There's nothing crazy going on with it, just as an initial, like I said, unboxing. So. Check, all right, we are good to go. We are good to go. All right. Let's just put some lead down range. It brings back so many memories. It brings back just like, man, I'm right back in 2006 in Iraq. Like it just feels like every bit of nostalgia you could possibly conjure in your head. This is a lot of fun, actually. Yeah, this is definitely going to be, moving forward, one of my favorite firearms. I would highly recommend anybody who's looking for a piece of awesomeness, a piece of history, that you get yourself into one of these. Like I said, it's a cool piece to own, especially if you did serve. Yeah, that was just super fun. With that said, I will see you guys next time for Frag Out Friday. Just have an awesome Thursday, guys. Look out for the Thinking Out Live podcast. That's going to be something I'm doing on Thursdays to kind of like bridge the gap between Weapons Wednesday and Frag Out Friday. So yeah, with that said, again, I will see you guys then. As always, stay loose, battle on, and if you bitch in your heart, it'll show.